engineer is a guy who invents things and learns from his inventions.
Create and solve problems that need to be solved, whether it be mechanical or electric.
I know they solve a lot of problems with structural and stuff like that.
The first thing that comes to mind is someone who works, builds. That's what usually comes to mind. I don't know what they build, maybe buildings.
Figure out how things operate and how they work and how, how much a bridge can hold and, kind of stuff like that.
I actually usually think of like mechanical engineers and like people putting together parts, but I mean there's a million different kinds. You could be a biological engineer or a chemical engineer and make nuclear bombs or something like that.
I think I've decided that engineering is all about not knowing anything or having the answers, because that's what they want, is they want someone that'll help them find the answers or help make things better for them. So I think I've finally gotten comfortable with that.
Every day I come to the office, it's something different. There's no routine to this job. I love that what I do every day makes a difference in people's lives.
Whatever you're doing in public works, whether it's engineering or communications like I do, or answering the phones, it doesn't really matter. You're serving the public. You're making a difference. You're making sure everybody's lives work the way they want them to work.
A lot of people think it's just behind a computer with your slide rule, coming up with calculations, but and it's kind of tough because in school you're taught to do problems 1 through 10 in the back of the book. I've yet to have that happen in a job situation.
Engineers solve problems. They build and design all kinds of things like roads, bridges, cars, firefighting equipment, power plants, computers, medical equipment, airplanes, toys, even sports gear. Not only do engineers turn science into practical, real-world creations, but they also help design and build the sophisticated research equipment that scientists need to make their discoveries. Engineers aren't scientists. They apply knowledge and theory into real-world applications to create things. From things such as clean drinking water and paved roads to the latest and cutting-edge technology like nanotechnology and biotechnology. Engineers are critically important in our everyday life. Engineers are the creative hand between high-tech and everyday tech. There are so many kinds of engineers: optical engineers, electrical engineers, even civil engineers. What's a civil engineer? Civil engineering has to do with community service, development, and improvement. It involves the planning, design, construction, and operation of things that are essential to our modern life. From transit systems to space satellites, engineers deal with pollution, traffic congestion, clean drinking water, and our energy needs, and make our cities more livable. There are so many kinds of jobs that engineers do, and one of them could be the job for you. As a construction engineer, you will be the builder of our future. Using your technical and management skills, you will help turn designs into reality, on time and within budget. You will apply your knowledge of construction methods and equipment, along with principles of financing, planning, and managing, to turn the designs of other engineers into successful facilities. The skills of environmental engineers are becoming more important as we try to protect the fragile resources of our planet. Environmental engineers design and build systems that help us live lighter. You might be asked to solve the problems of providing safe drinking water, cleaning up and preventing air pollution, treating wastewater, and managing solid waste. Anything built in, on, or with earth materials uses geotechnical engineering to solve its challenges. Tunnels, deep foundations, and pipelines, dams, and levees are constructed with the earth. To design these facilities, geotechnical engineers have to conduct analysis using mathematics and mechanics, as well as lab and field tests. As a structural engineer, you will face the challenge of making sure buildings are safe and sound. They have to be able to support their own weight and resist things like hurricanes, earthquakes, blizzards, and floods. You will learn about the properties and behaviors of steel, concrete, aluminum, and timber, as well as new and exotic materials. To make certain the plans are being followed, you will often be on the construction site, inspecting and verifying the work. Because the quality of a community is directly related to the quality of its transportation system, you will be moving people, goods, and materials safely and efficiently. Your challenge will be to find ways to meet our increasing travel needs on land, air, and sea. An important part of transportation engineering is improving traffic control and mass transit systems, and introducing alternatives like high-speed trains, people movers, and other new transportation methods. Water is essential to our lives, and as a water resource engineer, you will deal with issues concerning the quality and quantity of water. You will work to prevent floods, to supply water for cities, industry, and irrigation, to treat wastewater, and to protect beaches. You might be involved in the design, construction, or maintenance of hydroelectric facilities, canals, dams, pipelines, pumping stations, locks, or seaport facilities. The true heart of engineering is creativity, inventiveness, and imagination. Engineers are creators, not just builders, operators, and maintainers. They're also good communicators who use speaking, writing, teamwork, and listening skills all the time. Everything starts with engineering. Wherever you look, civil engineering is at work. Right here in Washington, civil engineers have helped build some amazing projects. The 605-foot Space Needle was designed by Edward E. Carlson for the 1962 World's Fair in Seattle. 467 cement trucks spent an entire day filling the hole. The completed foundation weighs as much as the needle itself. The original 5,939-foot-long Tacoma Narrows Bridge, known as Galloping Gertie, opened to traffic on July 1, 1940, after 2 years of construction. It collapsed just 4 months and 7 days later during a 42-mile-per-hour windstorm. When the federal government wouldn't help pay for the bridge as it was originally designed, Leon Moisseiff calculated that a thin plate girder-type bridge could be built for only $6.4 million. Unfortunately, his calculations proved to be flawed, and the bridge shook itself apart in high winds soon after opening. The replacement bridge, built in 1950, is one of the largest suspension bridges in the world. Roads, water systems, traffic control, water quality, environmental and fish protection, dams, buildings, and sewer systems are all created by civil engineers. Civil engineers are changing the world and making it better. And they make a good living by taking care of their communities.
All of us have this idea, sort of this pie in the sky, so to speak. But the trick is how to cook those pies and eat them. That is the key component and the key role of an engineer, a civil engineer. Because the civil engineer will take those ideas and make it practical and make it get reality.
I was a city engineer for a number of years for a large city, and I could look out my window and watch people driving by knowing that they were going off to do something amazing in their life because we made sure that the roads were working or the sewers were working, or this morning they turned on the faucet in their kitchen and they were able to get a glass of water that was healthy so they could go on and do amazing things.
That you can help shape the community. Every community needs to have good basic infrastructure in place so that that community can grow and prosper. Being able to make sure that those basic necessities are met, you know, when you turn on the tap and the water comes and it's pure and clean, making sure that, you know, when you flush that toilet and it goes away, that it doesn't cause, you know, adverse impacts on the environment.
The math and the sciences, it can be difficult, you know, when you're going through college and you're doing word problems all the time. But that's not how it is in a career. You know, you don't spend your whole time doing word problem after word problem. There's a lot of things, you know, you're doing basic problem solving, and the skills that you get in college help you towards that problem solving.
So to me, it's really interesting to say there's 10,000 people here today and this is how big the city's going to be, but they need to grow and change shape as the city and life grows in the next 10 to 20 years. And I like thinking through and solving that problem.
Yeah, what it says for young people is that there are places for us, and there is a lot of room within this industry for growth. And that's one of the things that really attracted me, not just to the City of Olympia, but to the public works profession,
When you look at the depth and breadth of jobs that are available and the mobility that you have to do different things, it's really quite exciting.
The diversity that you get in civil engineering will always keep it fresh and new and sparky and fun.
It's a lot of fun. And I can't believe they pay me to do this. This is a very cool job.
You could be an engineer too. Don't let anybody tell you you can't, not even yourself. If you have curiosity, determination, and imagination, you could change the world. You could help solve the challenges of the future, build a better community, and make a good living too. Remember, everything starts with engineering, and engineering starts with math and science. The world needs engineers. So what are you waiting for?